Welcome to the local marketplace. In a healthy economic ecosystem, dozens of different vendors, rabbits, bears, raccoons, sell their goods side by side. Because there are multiple sellers offering the exact same items, buyers have options. If the bear charges too much for a basket of berries, you simply walk over to the raccoon stall. This dynamic forces every merchant to play fair. To win your business, they have to keep their prices low and ensure their produce is fresh. As long as there are competing options, the consumer naturally holds all the leverage. But then a massive, extremely wealthy competitor, let's call him the fox, moves into the forest. The tall blue bars represent the minimum price small sellers need to survive, but the fox's price plunges beneath what is sustainable. This is predatory pricing. Buyers just see a fantastic deal, abandoning usual merchants to line up at the fox's stall. Unable to match these artificially low prices, the rabbit goes bankrupt.
The bear packs up his stall. The raccoon leaves town. One by one, independent competitors vanish. The fox effectively pays a premium to purchase absolute control of the ecosystem, treating these early losses as a long-term investment in market dominance. Once the competition is cleared out, the trap snaps shut. Immediately, the fox raises his prices far above what anyone else used to charge. The berries become stale. The customer service drops to zero. And yet, the fox has absolutely no reason to improve his product because there is nobody left to steal his customers. The leverage has completely flipped. You can't shop somewhere else. If you want to eat, you pay exactly what the monopoly demands. Without the evolutionary pressure of rival businesses fighting for survival, the market stagnates. This tactic becomes even more devastating when we scale up from local fruit stands to the physical resources that keep a society running.
In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, massive corporations cornered the railroad industry. When a single entity controls the physical tracks connecting cities, they dictate the economic fate of every farmer and factory relying on those routes. The same pattern emerged with energy. Consolidating control over raw materials, like oil, allowed a few individuals to amass staggering wealth while holding incredible leverage over a rapidly industrializing nation. Early communication networks followed suit. By monopolizing telephone lines and switchboards, a single company could completely dictate the flow of information across the country. When you own the physical foundation that other businesses require to function, you hold the power of life and death over the entire economy. To stop this total economic capture, governments intervened with antitrust laws. These are legal mechanisms explicitly designed to forcefully break apart massive corporate empires and inject competition back into a suffocating market. History shows that when a single entity controls foundational infrastructure, the barriers to entry become so high that only a legal mandate can reopen the field to new competitors. Today, the landscape looks different. We've moved from physical rails to digital infrastructure, connected by miles of submarine internet cables stretching across the ocean floor. The modern monopoly thrives on something called the network effect. Looking at this map, you can see a massive central hub easily absorbing thousands of user connections, while a tiny startup on the outside fails to connect with anyone. Even if that tiny competitor builds a faster, better platform, users won't switch because their entire social or economic life is already locked inside the dominant hub. Regulators struggle to fight these modern digital giants because, unlike the expensive railroad monopolies of the past, these platforms are often completely free to the end consumer. We trade our data for convenience, willingly building the invisible walls of our own digital cage. Simply dominating a market isn't inherently evil. Massive scale is often the natural reward for inventing a truly spectacular product. The threat emerges when dominance becomes absolute. Without a rival to apply pressure, a massive corporation grows dictatorial, eventually crushing everything beneath its weight. Competition forces adaptation. It protects the ecosystem, keeps prices honest, and guarantees that no single fox gets to own